Hey, thanks for joining. In this video, we're going to talk about 40 great death metal, doom, and grindcore CDs that we found on Bandcamp. Me and Ewan from Humanity Defiled made up a list. I'm going to talk a little bit about what Name Your Price is on Bandcamp, and then we're going to talk about the bands. And everything is in the description, the links and everything. If you don't know what Name Your Price is, or what Bandcamp is, it's a website where everybody can go, bands can go to upload their music, and they set their price. You can download it in a number of formats, MP3, WAV, whatever you want, whatever suits you. And one of the options is Name Your Price. So you can put in $0, 10 cents, $1, $10, whatever you want. Obviously, I really strongly encourage you to for the albums that you really like, to support the bands, put in what you can afford. But if you're looking to build a collection, that's the perfect place. And this description, in the description, 40 really good albums that for some reason the bands are letting you name your price. So that's it. So why don't we talk a little bit about the list? Ewan, in full disclosure, me and Ewan both have bands on the list. Ewan's in Humanity Defiled. I was in a band called Groan a while back and put myself on the list. But again, it's don't feel like you have to leave me money if you want, but please do download the stuff. So let's get to just talking about the list. Ewan, you helped me put together this list. You want to talk about maybe a couple of the bands that stand out for you on the list?
Yeah, the first one and it's super heavy, is a Black Sheep Wall. It's the bass stands out. The bass is super heavy, and it's also very atmospheric. So that one really caught my attention.
Yeah, we had so I do an interview show too. I've had Humanity Defiled on. We've had Black Sheep Wall on. They're super awesome. I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of these bands have been on our interview show. But yeah, no, Black Sheep Wall, that's just an insanely heavy album.
Yeah.
I guess I'll call out a couple.
Sure.
So I ended up seeing recently Mutilation Barbecue and 200 Stab Wounds. They used to play in a band called Subtype Zero. A lot of Slayer worship there. If you're like worried that you're never going to get another Slayer album, go download this guy's album. You would think it was Slayer. Yeah. And really, I was always a big Slayer fan, so that's fantastic for me.
Me too. And there's some friends in my musical circle that also know Subtype Zero, and they have the same idea about it. It's the new Slayer.
Yeah, I don't think they're not together anymore, but and neither Mutilation Barbecue or 200 Stab Wounds sound like it, but again, yeah. If you're looking for that type of thing, super awesome.
Also good bands.
Meth Witch, I'm just looking at the list. That's a one-man band, very similar to Humanity Defiled. But what that guy does, that guy does just insane stuff in a very just grindy, but very well produced. And that's a full-length album. Some of these are EPs, some of them are, I'll put how many tracks are on the albums as I list them.
Yeah. But it's sometimes I encounter bands or artists on Bandcamp, and they charge $8 or $10 for an album, and maybe it's a good album. There are also albums of which I think that's not really worth $8 or $10, and then you have this list with a lot of quality stuff, and it's free if you want. But I tend to pay a small fee if or a larger fee if I really dig the stuff, and I think the artist or the bands deserve this, even if they put it up for name your price or for free.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just amazing. And I guess it goes to like now the recording technology is just so great that you can do stuff in your your bedroom, so you don't have like that massive overhead. But looking up and down this list at stuff you can get for $1, and I think there's perks if you leave at least $1 on Bandcamp, that
then it sits in your collection. Yeah.
You're just looking over the list. I saw Tombstoner recently. Great death metal band. It's funny, like I feel like when I put this list together, every note said like quality death metal release. So it just like it's gonna get a little redundant to just keep saying that about everybody. But
yeah, but it's kind of true. There's a lot of I'm a big sucker for old school death metal. Yeah. And there's a lot of that on the list. Like Enrich is very good. Gutless also. There was another. Those Mutilated by Zombies is really great. US style death metal. I like that style. Certainly, if the sound is bone dry, I really dig it.
Yeah, a lot of bands that I discovered by putting together this list, who I hadn't heard of before, but really good discoveries. Yeah, a lot of and it's funny, some of the record labels, the indie record labels, clearly are cool with having their artists do this, because I think there's a lot of like Maggot Stomp artists here and Redefining Darkness bands. So that's great that those labels can be cool with people doing, sending it out. Name your price. I saw Sentient Horror recently. They're a Redefining Darkness band. It's a little bit more technical, but maybe I don't want to say in the style of death, but a little bit more technical death metal. Really good band.
That Ungodly Forms album is that one from the list is I know it for a while. I really think it's a very, very good album.
Yeah, Teeth is also, I saw them recently. They're also really fast technical stuff, but heavy too. Some untraditional stuff. Like I don't know how you say Kowloon Walled City. They're a little strange.
City, yeah.
They're a little strange, not traditional metal, but still like heavy and very atmospheric.
The one I really like to mention, and that's a discovery I did on this list, which I'm really happy about having discovered it, is Judd Madden. The instrumental, doomy, very atmospheric project, and all his albums are like that. So I was really happy to have found this artist.
Yeah, I think he might be. I don't know much about him. He might be a one-man project too, but also one of the few things that's on this list that is an instrumental, actually.
Yeah.
Undeath, making a lot of waves in the death metal scene. This is one of their earlier albums, but 4-song EP is available. Thou is a big doom band. And I think they have a bunch of stuff on their site. We talked about Frog Lords Night as another one-man project. It's a 4-song EP, but the first track on their album I can play over and over again. It's real heavy doom stuff. Love it. Some stoner rock bands, not stoner rock, stoner metal, like doom metal. You know, but and I'll list what's doom and what's noise, sludge, grindcore, and such. So you can, you know, if you like stoner doom metal, that's for you.
A band that I knew already before you compiled this list was Sonic Mass, and they're really heavy and sludgy. I also love the vocals on that album.
Yeah, I did not. I don't. That might have been one of your picks. I'm not sure, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe.
Also, the title is very funny. You people never learn.
I love that. I love sort of like off the beaten path stuff like that. Slocko, another band that we've had on, sort of like grindcore type of stuff. Vermin Wound, grindy, like if you like really fast, just like just no break with that stuff. Like there's very little breathing room. Vomit Forth has a 3-track EP on the list. They're a really good band. Not all their stuff is, but
they've got a new album out.
Yeah,
recently.
Now that's not pay, name your price, but this one is. And our mutual friend Deha, who has got a project on here that that you worked with him on, so that's a little. Make sure that you download that.
He's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. It's funny, not all of it's metal, but it's all got a metal influence to it.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy. And I don't know. Do you have anything else? I mean, really, the proof is going to be just in everybody. Just check out the list and let your fingers do the walking. Bandcamp allows you to preview the stuff for free, listen to the whole album for free, really. But downloading it for free, that's the icing on the cake.
Yeah. I'm just gonna mention a few. Eurosepsis is I also knew them before this list. I think it's great. It's pure brutal death metal. I like. Also Time Lurker. It's a I think that project stopped, but they've got or it's a one-man band also.
Oh really?
But it's they've got two really nice EPs. More towards black metal, I think, but very hypnotizing stuff.
Yeah. I had them listed as black metal, but definitely has a doomy doomy influence on there.
Sure. And Reeking, they reminded me of Mortician. Certainly the slow, heavy parts is awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Reeking broke up, but they also, it should be noted, they have a pretty crazy video on YouTube that's sort of like a montage of all these crazy 80s horror movies. So if you like blood's just spurting out everywhere, you can check that out.
Yeah. But what I really want to say is I listened to Groan yesterday and the day before. I think for mid-90s death metal, it's got a some kind of original vibe to it. So I don't know if you did that band exist for long, because that's quite original stuff you wrote.
Okay, thank you very much. I did not pay you to say that. I just want everybody to know that. But yeah, we were together.
I received no money.
Yeah, there's no money in death metal for sure. But no, yeah, we were around for a while. You know, would have put out some more records, but you know, the indie death metal labels back in the 90s, it was very hard to get stuff out. The recording wasn't cheap like it is now, and you know, I'm sure everybody's got a sob story, but I was really proud of the EP that's on that list. So
yeah, you should be. It takes some time to get into it. It's not the easiest style of death metal you perform. So, but I think that's positive.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think with that, let's wrap it up. Just take a look at the list, download it all, leave money for who you like, and hopefully we'll put together another list soon, because there's a lot of metal out there that you can get started with, sink your teeth into.
And they deserve it.
Yeah. This is yeah, I really want to I thank the bands for putting this stuff out there, and hopefully it pays off for them with you know, some donations.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks everybody.